Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to space for deep dives into South Africa's most important political developments. If you're new here, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a moment in this fast-moving political landscape. Now, let's unpack a very revealing by-election that just took place in Ward 6 of Sabie Simile, located in Thaba Chweu Municipality, Elanzini District, Mpumalanga. It might seem like just another local election, but make no mistake, this result carries national significance. After a turbulent national election that saw the African National Congress, ANC, dip below 50% for the first time in democratic South African history, the party has just tightened its grip on a key semi-urban ward, scoring a convincing victory in Wednesday's by-election. The ANC increased its share from 45% to a solid 53%, a powerful signal that Luthuli House is not going down without a fight. Now, let's break down what this means. This by-election was more than a local contest, it was a litmus test for the ANC's ground game, especially in areas where opposition parties like the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the new player on the scene, Umkhonto we Sizwe, MK, party, are aggressively trying to make inroads. With 53% of the vote, the ANC showed clear signs of resurgence. The result will certainly be received with relief and satisfaction by party strategists, especially after the humiliating national outcome. It proves that despite mounting dissatisfaction at a national level, the ANC still has the machinery to mobilize, to campaign hard, and most importantly, to win where it matters most, on the ground. The EFF, meanwhile, held on to 28%, a slight drop from their previous 29% in the last by-election. Now, that might seem insignificant, but in a hyper-competitive landscape where each percentage point counts, this will concern Julius Malema and his inner circle. While the EFF has maintained a strong second-place finish, it's starting to look like they may be hitting a ceiling in key areas like Mpumalanga. And if they can't expand in places where the ANC is vulnerable, the dream of eventually replacing the ruling party might be slipping further out of reach. Now let's talk about the new kids on the block, Jacob Zuma's MK party. They clocked in at 10%. For a party that only officially launched in late 2023 and took the country by storm in the national elections, this result is a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's an improvement from the 7% that their candidate achieved when they ran as an independent in the last by-election. That shows growth. But on the other hand, this is nowhere near the momentum MK was hoping for, especially after making so much noise nationally and positioning itself as the real liberation alternative to the ANC. Let's be honest, 10% is not insignificant for a party less than 2 years old. But MK is learning the hard truth, national hype doesn't always translate to local trust. Building a party brand on Zuma's legacy and anti-establishment rhetoric might draw attention, but if that isn't backed up with real service delivery promises and community-based leadership, voters will hesitate. This ward exposed that vulnerability. Then we have the African Unity Movement, AUM, a party that previously shocked political analysts by garnering 18% in the same ward. This time, their support collapsed to just 6%. That's a disaster. It suggests that the smaller parties are being squeezed out as voters start consolidating around bigger players like the ANC, EFF, and MK. It's a harsh political reality, visibility and organization matter, and without a strong narrative or grassroots presence, smaller parties are simply fading out of relevance. The Labour Party, on the other hand, barely made a dent, scraping in with just 1%. Their nominal presence may be more symbolic than strategic, but it shows that new entrants need more than just a name to be competitive. Let's not ignore voter turnout, it increased slightly to 47%, up from 45% in the previous by-election. While still below the halfway mark, that growth, no matter how small, is a sign of increasing political engagement in this community. This is significant in a time when voter apathy is often cited as a major obstacle to transformation. It means people are watching, they're listening, and more importantly, they're voting. Now, what does this by-election mean in the bigger picture? For the ANC, this is more than just a win, it's a signal that the party is far from finished. Despite widespread criticism over corruption, load shedding, unemployment, and service delivery failures, the ANC has shown it can still rally support when it counts. This will energize its base, particularly in provinces like Mpumalanga where they are fighting hard to maintain control. It also validates the ANC's recent efforts to reconnect with communities, something President Ramaphosa has been pushing hard post-election. If they can replicate this success across similar wards, especially in rural and semi-urban areas, they might just hold on to crucial municipalities in the 2026 local government elections. For the EFF, the writing is on the wall. While they remain a force, they are not expanding fast enough to meet their ambitions. Holding steady at around 28 to 29% might seem impressive, but without growth, it means stagnation, and in politics, that's the first step toward decline. As for MK, this was a reality check. After the glitz and glamour of their national rise, it's now time to do the real work of local politics. They need councillors, ward activists, and visible service delivery campaigns. Zuma's name might open doors, but it won't keep them open without action. And finally, for smaller parties like the AUM and Labour, this result is a grim reminder that survival in South African politics requires more than just protest votes. It requires consistent engagement, a clear message, and a serious structure. So where does this leave us? This by-election in Sabie Simile's Ward May 6 seems small, but it offers a crystal-clear snapshot of the shifting sands of our political landscape. The ANC is not dead. The EFF is stable but struggling to break through. MK is noisy but not yet rooted. And smaller parties are evaporating. As we move closer to 2026, these contests will only grow in importance. Voters are watching more closely. Communities are becoming more strategic. And parties, big and small, will have to prove they are more than just slogans, they'll have to deliver. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the ANC can ride this momentum into the 2026 elections? Is the EFF stagnating? And can the MK party turn their national buzz into real, lasting local power? Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more sharp political analysis, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.